But second song, no, I don't. But what happened is I'm still talking, they can hear me over here.
Come on, y'all, help us. I love you. I love you. I love you, Lord, today because you care for me. In such a special way. That's why I praise you. I lift you up and I magnify your name. That's why my heart is filled with praise. Come on, tell him I love you. I love you. I love you, Lord, today. Because you care for me. In such a special way. In such a special way. That's why I praise you. I lift you up. I lift you up. And I magnify your name. Oh. That's why my heart is filled with praise. Come on, tell me again. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, Lord, today. Because you prayed for me. In such a special way. That's why I praise you. I lift you up and I magnify your name. That's why my heart is filled with praise. Come on, tell him my heart, my mind, my soul belongs to you. You paid the price for me. Way back on Calvary. Way back on Calvary. That's why I praise you. I lift you up. I lift you up. And I magnify your name. Oh, that's why my heart is filled with praise. Come on, tell it again. Oh, my heart is a mind, yeah. Oh, my soul belongs to you. You paid the price. You paid the price for me. Way back on Calvary. I praise you. I lift you up. And I magnify it is my heart is filled with praise. Come on, one more time. I love you. 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 I love you, Lord, today. Because you care for me. Just for me, in such a special way. That's why I praise you. I lift you up. I lift you up. And I magnify your name. he kept you all year long, remember? Thank you. You made a way. You made. When I didn't know how I was going to get out of it, Lord, you made a way. You made a way. Thank you, Lord, yeah. Tell us this. Hallelujah.
All right now. From the bottom of my heart, Lord, I love you. Oh, Lord, yes, I do. Lord, oh, Lord, I love you. Oh, Lord, I love you. Because you keep on making a way for me, yeah. You keep touching me over and over again. Oh, Lord, I love you. From the bottom of my heart.
Because you first loved me yesterday. Lord, I love you. Oh, hallelujah. Come on, lift your voice and sing it. Hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. 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 Oh, come on, do it again.
Yes, sir.
Hallelujah. We give you the highest praise. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on, one last time. Hallelujah. 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 Come on, do it again. I know I said that was the last time, but that's a sweet spirit. Hallelujah. Come on, lift your voices up. Hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. Come on, open your mouth and just begin to give God some praise. If He's really been good to you, give Him some praise. If He woke you up this morning, I tell you to open your mouth and just say, thank you, Lord, for keeping me through January. Thank you, Lord, for keeping me through February, March, April, and May, God. Some days I didn't feel good, but you left me here, God, to give you praise one more time, God. I say thank you. Thank you, God, for your goodness. Thank you, God, for your grace and your mercy. Even when I don't deserve it, you continue on blessing me. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Hallelujah. Bless your name. Come on, give him some praise.
Amen. How y'all feeling tonight?
All right.
Y'all probably feeling better than me standing up here. Let's go before God in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we come saying thank you. Lord, we thank you right now just for another opportunity, God. Lord, we thank you for what you've already done, God. Lord, we thank you for 2019. People said it wasn't going to happen. We should have been dead a long time ago. But God, I'm glad that you hold the world in the palm of your hand. And God, I'm glad that you've allowed us to be here this long. So Lord, I ask you to come right now. Touch every heart, touch every mind. Touch me right now, God, that I can speak what you want me to speak and say what you would have me to say, that your people can get what you need them to hear, so that we can run on just a little bit further in your name, that we can stand boldly for you, God. So we thank you in advance for what you're about to do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Philippians 4, verses 6 through 7. Y'all have that little handout. I don't know who made that up, but thank you. Philippians 4, verses 6 through 7. I'm going to read from the King James Version of the Bible. And it simply says, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus." The subject I'm going to use today is just stand on his word. You may be seated in the presence of God. First, giving obedience to God, to my pastor, to all that are assembled. When it comes to preaching, I always get this preaching block. Like I have a lot of stuff in my head, but nothing down on paper. And God has a way of just putting stuff down for you and helping you to calm down so that he can talk to you. So I have a friend, and he's definitely scared of needles, right? So he gets very uneasy. He gets anxious when he needs to go to the doctor. Of course, by me being a nurse, I'm the go-to, right? He always tries to get me to help him get out of his blood work because, he don't want to get stuck by the needle. He constantly tries to negotiate with the doctor like, hey, no needles this time, right? So he went to the doctor the other day, and he told her, he said, "Now remember what you said last time, doc. If I got blood work this year, I won't get blood work next year." The doctor, of course, don't remember, but he remembered. So she was like, let me look at your numbers. Oh, now we need to get some blood work. So, of course, he could have done his blood work. He was fasting, he was prepared, he needed to get it done, but he didn't do it. So she gave him a window of time to get it done. So he left the office that day instead of going ahead and get it done. And he said, "You know what? I'm going to wait until the last minute in that window of time before I need to get it done." Of course, when he went home, nerves bad, anxious, can't sleep, can't rest, mind's racing. I still got to get stuck. I didn't get stuck today, I got to get stuck. I can't sleep. He's losing sleep over the fact that he needs to get stuck by a needle and he can't rest. So finally, he kept texting me saying, "Hey, I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done. I said, "You know what? Stop. Let's go. We're going today. We're gonna get it done so we can get it over with." No, I'm not ready yet. Yes, we're going today to get it done. We're gonna get it over with. So he was still trying to bargain with me, and what I told him was, "Okay, since you want to be like that, let me tell you what. You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you." I told him, "Be anxious for nothing." Why are you so anxious? With prayer, supplication, and thanksgiving, make your request. Did you just throw the word on me? I sure did. Somebody needed to calm your spirit. Let's go get it done. So we finally ended up going to get it done. So in this world, we face many things that seem to challenge our faith. What we believe, what we receive, and how we achieve the goals and expectations of this world are all connected to how we incorporate our faith into our everyday action. So many times we allow stressors to consume us and build anxiety and panic. Unfortunate events of life can even question how much we trust God. What is the tragic loss of a loved one, the unfortunate event of a disastrous relationship, the sickness that can invade your body, or just mishaps that are just unexpected. And all of this, the question still remains, do you really trust God, and will you really stand on his word? This is an example that I found. A family put their grandmother on a first plane, but she hadn't even been confident about the experience of leaving the ground on this contraption. She never flew before. This is a contraption. I'm not sure I'm going to be feeling fine about this. When they meet her at the airport on her return, one of the family members says, "Well, did the plane hold you up?" She grudgingly replied, "Well, yes," and then quickly added, "But I never put my full weight down on the plane." Kind of funny to me since she was on the plane when it took off and when it landed. Okay. Something to relate to, something to think about. We seem to trust God with some things, yet we fail to fully trust him with all things, and we don't fully put our weight on him. We're hesitant to stand on the word of God. Things like there is nothing too hard for God is something you can stand on. If God be for us, who can be against us? That's something to stand on. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help. That's something to stand on. All these things can be found in the Word of God, which is our roadmap to living a Christian life that solely depends on Him and His Word and our belief in Jesus' finished work on the cross. The book of Philippians was written by Paul, and it was written about 10 years after the church of Philippi was established. Paul was imprisoned in Rome. The Philippi church sent him money and Epaphroditus to aid Paul. And while Epaphroditus was there, he became very sick. So then Paul sent him back to Philippi with this letter to help promote peace and harmony at the church of Philippi. This letter is a letter of thanks to the church at Philippi for always being there when Paul needed them. They did it without any hesitation. They did it without expecting something in return. They did it because they loved Paul. This letter also was to relieve their fears about his condition at the prison and how well he was doing while he was locked up. It also was an explanation on why Epaphroditus was sent back so prematurely, because they thought, hey, we sent him to help you. Why he back here already? It was also to urge the church to live in harmony and to be conscious of the enemies that were around them. Overall, this was a letter of encouragement to the church of Philippi. The theme of Philippians is simply joy. Rejoicing is found 16 times alone in this book. It references joy in suffering, joy in sacrificial giving to others of oneself and good to meet of oneself to meet the needs of others and following the will of God. Joy in knowing Christ and experiencing His power. Joy when harmony prevails and joy over adequacy of Christ and produces a contentment for every circumstance of life. Philippians 4 and 6 says, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. See, we forget the with thanksgiving part. Let your requests be made known to God. So first of all, you got to recognize what your problem is. Anxiety can kill you. Stress can kill you. Pride can kill you. Anger can kill you. And these things can kill your spirit man. We too often don't recognize what the problem is. Sometimes our unwillingness to trust God is more of a problem than our willingness to obey Him. Trusting God does not happen overnight. When we accept Him as Lord and Savior, we put our faith in Him. But to trust Him comes from the relationship we build with Him. Think about it. When you start a relationship with a person, you don't automatically put all your trust in them. They must prove themselves to you. So God is saying, be anxious about nothing. Haven't I proven to you who I am? Haven't I proven to you how much I love you? What are you anxious for? What are you worried about? Nothing in life is too hard for me. I'm God, so nothing is too hard for me. When we panic, have anxiety, restlessness, worry, fear, we don't believe that God is in control. We don't trust that He will do what His word said He will do. God said that before His word returns to Him void, heaven and earth will pass away. So be anxious about nothing. Nothing that we face is too big or too hard for Him. If we have faith in Him, why don't we trust Him? Stand on His word. So back to my friend in the doctor's office. After I said to him what Philippians 4 and 6 said, don't be anxious about nothing, we went to the lab. His prayer was, I hope I get that same person that did it last time, because I ain't feel nothing. We got that same person. I hope that she do it real quick. It was real quick. I hope I don't pass out. It didn't pass out. I got it over with. Yes. Now I can go to sleep. I can rest now. You did. Why? Because with prayer and supplication and thanksgiving, you make your request known. She did it in the oil He wanted it in. She did the butterfly needle like He wanted it. She did everything that He was praying that she would do, because you don't have to be anxious about anything. Sometimes God just wants you to recall to yourself what His word says, what He's already told you. You can encourage yourself by just speaking the word of God. The word brings life and can steady you in a trying time. Secondly, rehearse the procedure. Rehearse means you do it more than one time, right? You keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it. But in everything by prayer and supplication, prayer is talking to God. Supplication is meditating with God, right? So you can't just pray, talk to him. You got to sit there and wait for him to respond with thanksgiving. So when you leave from praying and supping with him, then you thank him, right, for what he's going to do, right? So you got to pray, you got to sit and wait, and then you got to thank him. And then you can make your request made known. See, we want to make the request first, and then we want to pray. You got to pray, meditate, thank him, and then after you do all that, then you can tell him what you need. The procedure has 4 steps. You pray, meditate, and thank God to tell him what you want and then what you need. In other words, communicate with him. Spend some time with him. Stand on his word. We have been talking about the promises of God. Reality is I don't have to be worried because all I must do is pray to him and he will direct my path. I leave my needs